Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I hide tired eyes with makeup, and there are just those days where we don't get enough sleep, we have puffy eyes in the morning, we have dark under eye circles, and it happens to me quite a bit. So I've kind of come up with something that I use that works for me as far as just making me look less tired. And one thing that you can do also is put your hair in a ponytail or a bun, and that's really going to help to lift everything up and make you look less tired. And I'm going to be showing you my eyes with nothing, and then I'm going to show you on just one eye the process that I use to alleviate like puffiness and to clear up my eyes and just to make me look more awake. So you can see the difference at the end. So if you're interested in seeing how to do this, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so as you can see, I have some puffiness. I also have dark circles, and overall I just look pretty tired. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Visine or Clear Eyes, some kind of water drops that get rid of redness. And you don't want to use this all the time, but sometimes it's just necessary. So I'm going to just do one eye. I'm just going to get a couple drops in there and just kind of let it marinate and kind of blink and close my eyes so it gets all over in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply MAC Fast Response Eye Cream, and this just works so great for any puffiness that you might have. It has caffeine in it, so it just helps with that a lot. So I'm just going to apply this under my eyes, and I'm also going to put it on my eyelid. And then I'm bringing it out on the top of my cheekbone, just because it kind of gets puffy all over for me. I'm bringing it down. So now for concealer, I'm using the Bobbi Brown Corrector in Light to Medium Bisque, and this is a corrector that has a more like a pinky shade to it. So this is really going to help counteract the dark circles depending on what your skin color is. Like if you have more blue or more green undertones when you get dark circles, that's going to depend on whether you use like a more orangey peach shade or like a more salmon shade. So I'm just going to put that in the inner corner and then bring it out. And usually I only put this in the inner corner and just sort of on the front half of my under eye, but because I have a little bit more than usual, I'm just going to go ahead and put it all over. I like using a small brush because you can get just a tiny bit of product. You don't want too much, and it's really going to cover it. And then I just use my fingers to tap it out. And now over that, I'm going to go ahead and apply foundation because I didn't do that first. And I used the Estee Lauder Double Wear today, and I'm in the color Tawny right now. So I'm just going to take my finger and just apply some foundation over the concealer. Okay, now for the eyelid, you can either use a concealer like the concealer that I use, the Bobbi Brown concealer. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden just because it's going to act as my primer, and it also conceals really well. It's like a beige, what is the word I'm thinking of? It's like a beige primer, so it kind of acts as a concealer as well. So as you can already see a difference, this side is a lot brighter than this side. And once that Fast Response Eye Cream soaks in, it's going to look a lot better than this side. Okay, now for liner, I'm using the Tarte Emphas, and this is a skin colored liner, and I'm just going to apply this to the waterline. And that's just going to brighten everything up. You could also use white too, just depending on, you know, what kind of look you're going for. This looks a lot more natural, so that's why I like using this one. when I'm feeling a little bit tired, I always like to use lighter shades. So I'm going to use Brule from Wet n Wild. This is something that I always do anyway, but I'm going to go over the whole eyelid with this. And then I'm going to just use a crease color, and I'm going to go a little bit lighter with Omega. And I'm using a 217 from MAC. And I'm just lightly creating a crease shade, just because when my eyes get a little bit puffy, and if you use all one shade, like a really light shade, it's going to make your eye look bigger. But if you give a little bit of depth, it's going to make whatever you want smaller. So when your eyes are puffy, they're just kind of, you know, puffy and sticking out. If you make a crease shade, it's just going to make your eyes look like they're not so puffy. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that down underneath the lower lash line. And just take that into the crease. I don't want to get too dark because just... And now I'm taking a shimmery shade, and I'm using Rice Paper from MAC, and it's just like a skin colored, more... Okay, now I'm using a shimmery shade, and I'm using Rice Paper from MAC. This is not too shimmery, it just kind of is a medium shimmer. And I'm going to put that in the center of my eyelid, and then also bring it in to the inner corner. That's just going to brighten up my eyes, and I'm also going to put a little bit underneath my eyebrow. I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and I really feel like this helps to lift the eyes. My eyelashes are straight, so when I curl them, it just lifts them and makes them look more awake. So you can kind of see a difference there. And now I'm taking liner. I'm using Infallible and a E05 brush from Sigma, and I'm going to make winged liner. And I do this because it does lift my eyes. Even when I'm not tired, my eyes are still sort of like, they're just angled down more. So I'm going to go ahead and apply winged liner. And for anybody, I just feel like it just makes you look more awake and lifts your eyes. And you don't have to do too much of a wing. I just like a little wing, and I feel like it really helps a lot. And now I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. I'm using Coquette from MAC and a MAC 266 brush. And I feel like doing your eyebrows just makes you look better all the way around. So I never skip this step. And I think people sort of mistake like doing your eyebrows and, you know, shaping them and grooming them. You don't have to use such a dark shade that it makes you look unnatural. You can use a shade that really matches your eyebrows, and it just makes them look so much better. I just stress that so much. Okay, and then lastly, I am doing my mascara, and I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous. This one's just the original. I use either this one or the Carbon Black, whatever I happen to reach for. And I'm going to skip doing the bottom lashes just because I don't want it to create any more darkness under my eyes that I might already have. Thing that you can do, this is completely optional. If you want to really brighten up underneath the eye, use Bare Minerals Well Rusted, or you could use something like the Wet n Wild Color Icon in Reserve Your Cabana. They're both just sort of like powders that have a little bit of shimmer in it, not too much so that it's over the top, but just enough to kind of brighten your under eye. This one is Well Rusted, and this one is Reserve Your Cabana. Reserve Your Cabana is a little bit darker, but it's a ton less expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Wet n Wild powder, and I'm using a MAC. I think this is a 188 or 168. It's just the smaller dual fiber brush. I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes. So as you can see, it brightens up a little bit, but it's not too shimmery. So this is it. This is the final look. This is the well-rested eye, the eye that has been treated to look a little bit better, and this is the tired, sad eye. So I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.